What's up, guys? Brett Okamoto from ESPN, and it is finally UFC 324 fight week. We got UFC lightweight Paddy Pimblett, who of course takes on Justin Gaethje, main event, interim title. He is here in Las Vegas. I actually saw him a little bit last week, and I want to start right there, Paddy. Is that I feel like you're always prepared. That's never a question. But when I saw you in person last week, I don't know if this is just my memory not being right, remembering things differently, or if it's real. You look in really, really great shape. And obviously, you're always in great shape, but you look particularly lean to me. And I just found myself wondering if that was by design. This is obviously a 5 round fight. You said that you maybe anticipate a longer one with Justin Gaethje. Was there anything different that you did, sort of anticipating this fight could go 25 minutes?
No, obviously we're prepared to go 25 minutes, even though I don't think he'll last longer than 15. But we're prepared to go 25 minutes. Just cannot wait to fight now. This has been a little bit of a longer camp with the Chandler fight. I only had 6 weeks. Got told 6 weeks out. This one I had like 8 weeks. So I've had a little bit longer to prepare, which is obviously better for the game plan, help for the game plan, and it's also better with the weight. My weight's a little bit lighter now coming in, which is nice. It's gonna be an easy weight cut. Well, the Chandler fight was, but this is gonna be even easier.
How about psychologically? I mean, a lot of time to prep is good, and it's nice to have the weight down, but it's also longer to sit around and prepare and be in the gym and wait for a fight, right? So have you felt the extra 2 weeks psychologically?
Um, a little bit, yeah. I was counting down the days to come to Vegas. Especially missing Christmas and my birthday, not being able to do anything for those. That's a killer. I'm never fighting in January ever again.
Yeah. Your Christmas photo is very cute, by the way. With the Pimlets and your two girls. What is fatherhood like, and has it changed? I mean, you said at the media day the other day that you're trying to put food in your daughter's mouths. Some some athletes it really changes when they're a father. Has it changed you in terms of being an athlete, you think?
Yeah, I think it has. I'm more dedicated, more focused, more hardworking. I didn't notice it at first, but everyone else told me, all my coaches and my friends and family, and yeah, it's definitely changed my life.
You've been very respectful of Gaethje, and that hasn't surprised me. I mean, you've called him, every fighter's favorite fighter, and you've said you're a fan of his. He did an interview with ESPN actually, that I was watching, and he said, I don't know if you saw it or not, it just came out today, that specifically he's looking forward to hurting this kid badly, is what he said, which surprised me a little bit because it's been so cordial leading up to it.
No, that's what you'd have to say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think I seen it this morning when I was on the treadmill, to be honest. I think I watched it. I don't think he's saying it in a malicious way. I've already said I'm going to rearrange his face so he looks like the Elephant Man. So we say things like that because that's our intention, that's our goal. I do plan on, as much as it sounds bad and it's horrible to say, I plan on hurting him, and I think I will.
You said that you don't think he'll last longer than 15 minutes. Do you think that about anybody? I mean, is that a Justin Gaethje thing, or is that just a Paddy Pimblett
Um,
thing?
oh yeah, I don't think anyone will really, to be honest. But even more so, it's just he's one of my favourite fighters to watch. But when you watch him as a fan and then when you watch him as an opponent, it's different. It's crazy how much he gets it,
Hmm.
and he's not going to be able to keep getting it by me like that for over 15 minutes.
If he can stay in there and you don't get him out, then it could turn into a war. And you brought it up that you've never been in one. And it did get me thinking about what is the closest that you've been to a war, and are you actually looking for that? You said that you would like it to happen, but is that being real or is that fight talk? Like,
No,
yeah,
obviously, no, I would. I'd love to have a war, especially with someone like Justin Gaethje to have that on your resume. But winning's the first thing what matters, and I'd love to come out and knock him out in the first round or submit him in the first round. That'd be more impressive than a war. But I think the closest I've ever come to a war was when I fought Julian Rose in 2016. But that was like that fight I'd done like I was killing myself to make featherweight. I think I lost 18 pound overnight and gassed bad after the third round. I watched look at that fight back now, and if that would have been the new judging rule set, like the new criteria, I would have lost that fight
Hmm.
definitely because I grappled a lot,
You,
and then
you
I was that unfit that I vomited after the fight.
hmm. You think like when you say I've never been in a war yet, do you think that that's like a question that even needs to still be answered in your own head, or you pretty confident you know exactly how you would react to
No,
being in
I
a
know
war?
how I'd react. Know what I
Yeah.
mean? I know how I'd react. I've had enough wars in the gym with people where we have scraps, and I've had enough wars doing anything like that. I know that I've got it in me. That's not even a question.
You've come out and said that you intend to stand with him, that you're not going to be trying to take him down, that everybody expects this grapple heavy. And I believe you. I believe you. What I'm curious about is when did you make that decision? When did you decide that, like, I'm going to stand with this guy?
Um, when I've watched how much he gets hit, and like
Hmm.
again, no disrespect to him, but I think his knockout power is overrated. Could come back to bite me in the ass, but he hasn't knocked anyone out with his hands since James Vick. Other than that, it's accumulation of blows, and I don't think he'll land that much on me. Obviously, he done Dustin Poirier with an egg kick, but anyone can knock anyone out with an egg kick. It's like getting it with a baseball bat. But I just don't think he has the knockout power, and I don't think he has the speed to keep hitting me. I just don't see it happening. The accumulation, because that's how he finishes people. The accumulation.
Hmm.
Um, Rafael Fiziev is a brilliant fighter, but he's a lot smaller than me. Um, and he was happy to stand in the pocket and trade with Justin, where I'm not.
Hmm.
Like Max has give the blueprint there to stay on the outside and pick him apart, and that's what I'll start to do. Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and lie. If the takedown comes, KG falls over, swinging a left hook like he does, I'll be right on top of him. You know what I mean? If I'm just, it's one of them. I'm not going to come out and shoot immediately like people think I am.
Hmm.
Like people think I'm just going to come out and go, oh, and just shoot straight in. I'm not. I don't need to. I know how good my striking is, and I know how good his striking is. But the golfing class difference in striking and grappling is a lot different. I know my grappling level's above his, but his striking is a similar level to mine.
And you know, it's kind of a follow-up to you putting it out there that you're going to stand with him. I wanted to know when you made that decision, and also wanted to know why you decided to tell everybody. You know, because you could have kept it to yourself and just knew that I'm going to stand with this guy. Maybe he doesn't know, but now you're kind of letting him know and you're letting the world know. Why did you decide to do that?
It's just what I do. Know what I mean? Like as I say, we have a breakdown made of all of our opponents, and I got a breakdown made of them and watched it about 5, 6 weeks ago, 4 or 5 weeks ago, something like that. And I was like, wow, he gets it so much.
Mhm.
And as everyone always likes to point out, I'm a big lightweight. People don't realize how much power I've got, and with the bigness comes the range, and he's gonna have to close a lot of distance to get inside on me because he's just a boxer with leg kicks, and I'm an MMA striker. I've got kicks, knees, elbows, and me punches, and obviously, as I say, if he gets in too close, he'll end up getting on his back, and we all know how the fight finishes if that happens.
No. Last one, man, and then I'll let you go because I know you obviously have a very, very busy week, and you continually say that we fans, maybe media, I'm not sure exactly who you lump into this, but will move the goalposts. That there's
Yeah,
nothing you can do to be impressive. Do you think? I think that if you go out there and you dominate Justin Gaethje and you were to finish him, especially on the feet, like you say you're going to, I don't know if we'll move the goalposts. Do you really do think? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. What makes you so confident that
I know they
it's
will. The goalposts are already getting moved. Like I've already seen loads of comments. Oh, he's fighting Gage. He's 37. He only fights people in the old people's home.
mm,
All that. You know, it's gonna be that. Like now, it's Pimblett's not good enough. He's gonna get knocked out. His chin's up in the air. He can't stand with Gagey. Even on, he won't be able to take Gagey down. Gagey's wrestling's too good. But then on Sunday morning, when I've got that interim title sat in here with me, everyone's going to be like, "Oh, Gagey's about to retire anyway. He's 37. That win for Paddy doesn't mean not until he fights Ilya." And then when I beat Ilya, it'll be, "Oh, Ilya's a 145. Ilya's too small. Paddy was always going to win."
mm. That would be something if they put down these this win and then if you go in and beat up Ilia
It's
Topuria,
gonna
it
happen,
just
lad. It's gonna happen. I know it. It's been happening my whole career since I've been fighting since I was a kid. I'm very underestimated. So when I actually get in there and prove I'm right, people have to try and change it, change the narrative. You know, I was gonna get dog walked by Bobby Green, and I was out psyching him until I submitted him. I was gonna get knocked out by Michael Chandler. He hit me with the best punch he could have hit me with, that overhand right as I threw a leg kick. and I dominated them for 3 rounds. And this is the same man who 5 months earlier went to decision with Charles Oliveira, and Charles got a title shot. But all of a sudden, it's a travesty that I get a title shot off beating him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It shows what people are like.
Well, I'll put it out there. I mean, Justin Gaethje just beat Rafael Fiziev about what, 7 months ago, 8 months ago. So
I know, and
I've
everyone says Rafael Fiziev would beat me. So like, make your minds up.
well, it's a fight I'm very much looking forward to. I've looked forward to it since Thanksgiving Day when they announced it. Really appreciate you taking some time, man. Good luck with the weight cut. Best of luck in the fight, and looking forward to it. Thank you, Patty.
You know that. Thank you, fella.